at the time, and you could see God provide. The people were already starting. Megan, she has her own, for example, she had her own web page about the new parish, and people were getting on it. Social media has its blessing.
Oh, yes.
People
word was spreading.
Yeah, word was spreading, and once the announcements were made, then word was spreading. And I remember I packed my stuff from the seminary. At least we know we have there's two things that we need. One was a school.
Yes.
So once we know when we can celebrate Mass, then we can plan it. Once we meet with the people. The second thing was a place to stay.
Okay.
Because we didn't. The only thing we had was this piece of land.
Yeah, you can't pitch a tent in the middle of the.
That's right. So I looked up the neighboring parish, and Father Twee lived close by in Wallace, which is about 30 minutes from here.
Yes.
So I called him up. He was so gracious. Said, "Dad, come here. You can stay with me." So we needed a place. I needed a place to stay, and Father Twee graciously allowing me to stay there and feed me without charging us anything, because we don't have anything.
This is a guardian angel.
It's guardian angel.
It's a beautiful small little church.
Yeah. So Father Twee said, "Yeah, Dad, you can come and stay with me. Have extra room."
Yes.
I was so thankful for that. And then I called up St. Bart because they are a lot closer to where we're at. I said, Father John at the time, that was before he was transferred.
Okay.
I called him because I know this before the newest. I said, Father John, do you have an office you may be able to allow me to office out of? Because I just need a place people can call and ask questions.
And have meetings.
Meetings. So Father John was very good. He said, absolutely. I have an open office and you can go in and use it.
Okay.
And the staff at St. Bart was so gracious. And they welcomed me. And so I came out here, and that's I packed all the stuff in my car and drive from the seminary. I drive to the land first. And I remember pulled into the fence. I got out. And I prayed the Divine Mercy Chaplet. And I said, Lord, I consecrate this land and this community about to be built to your divine mercy. And then...
And you were alone?
I was alone.
Okay.
And then I got back in my car, I pulled out, and I drove to Wallace. Because you have to pass by here to get to Wallace. And I got there, and that's how it started.
At this point... did you get a board together? Who did you contact? Who were the first people that you...
Yeah, when I came out here, I have already know some people that when I was in vocation, I get to know that live out here.
Okay.
Jonah already live out here. I know Kevin Shipley. He was involved with the youth group, and I already know him out here. And he got connected with Megan. At the time, there was also Javon, who I knew, who lived out here, and who I worked a lot in vocation, and he was also in the seminary during my time. So I contacted them, and we go to Jonah's house, and four of us we sit down and say, "Okay, here we are. we need to meet with the people. How do we do that?" And then we plan out. We say, "Okay, first we need to contact the pastor of the neighboring parish," and the two biggest one close by was Epiphany of the Lord and St. Bart.
Yes.
We asked them if they would allow us to have a town hall meeting.
Yes.
And I am eternally grateful. Both pastor was so gracious. By all means, we'll help you, we'll make announcement for you, and we can provide a space for you and all of that. And I was so grateful. So we put it on the social media that we're having a town hall meeting on this day at St. Bart.
Yes.
On that evening at Epiphany of the Lord. If you live in this area, please come by and see us.
Yes.
And the pastor was so gracious. They also put it in their bulletin, in their announcement. And so when we were sitting down, we were planning, okay, what do we do when we have the town hall meeting? What do we say? What do we do?
Yes.
How do we get people to put their name and their phone number? And we didn't know what to expect, how many people are going to show up. And lo and behold, wow, on that day, the first one at St. Bart, there was more than 400 people showed up at that meeting. It was exciting. And then when we had the meeting at Epiphany of the Lord, there was about 600 people showed up for that meeting, and it was beautiful. We still have some of those pictures, and
that's awesome.
I get to introduce myself. Hello, everybody. I am Father Dad, and I'm the priest that the cardinal sent out here, and we prayed together. And the cardinal gave us the first task, which I'm grateful for. He said, "Your first job is when you have those town hall meetings." Come up with some names. The cardinal is the one who name a parish.
Yes.
Because naming is giving a mission. That's why the bishop is the chief shepherd. He represents Christ at the local church. So he names it. That means Christ giving that parish a mission.
Yes.
So he's the one that named it. But he was so gracious. I think I admire that so much. And he's so gracious to say, why don't you meet with your people? He gave us some ownership in naming the parish.
Yes.
Pray with them and give me 3 names that they come up with, and I'll choose one.
What were the top 3 choices?
We divided into a group of 12, and among them they come up with names, and then we tally them. So we tally them up, and the top 3 names were: number 1, Divine Mercy.
Yes.
Number 2, John Paul II.
Okay.
Number 3, Faustina.
Okay.
I believe number 4 was Mother Teresa Calcutta.
Okay.
Okay. So, but we tally them up at both meetings. The top 3 was Divine Mercy, John Paul II, and Faustina.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing? Like,
yeah.
It's like God has a plan already. So after the meeting at the second meeting, and we tally up the top 3 names, I called the cardinal. I said, "Cardinal, we have met, and these are the top 3 names."
Yes.
And it didn't take him long. Like in the same day, he called back. He said, "Dad, I gave it some thought, and I will." He said, if I name it Divine Mercy, because it's so new, people may not know it's Catholic, because usually a Catholic church is associated with a saint.
Yes.
He said, if I name it John Paul II, St. John Paul II School is so close by, people might get it confused with.
Yeah.
He said, I will name you the third one, which is St. Faustina, because you get all 3 of them.
Yes.
She's the apostle of Divine Mercy, and she was canonized by John Paul II.
Exactly.
So you get all 3 of them. So I named you St. Faust. I named the community, the parish, St. Faustina.
3 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. Oh, I was so happy. So happy. I remember making the video to announce the name.
Yes.
I was on cloud 9.